I wake up and it's like maybe like 11:30, 12 o'clock or something like that. 'Cause we streamed till like 4 a.m. last night. So I wake up and yeah, I go to get a protein shake. I'm just like shaking my protein shake and sipping on it, and I look behind me and like I do this thing, and I was only naked. Like I don't walk around my house naked, but like when I'm about to take a shower, I have ADD, so I do like 50 million things while I'm naked before I go in the shower. It's like the weirdest thing ever. I don't know. Maybe that's not an ADD thing. Maybe that's like a me thing, but yeah. So I look in the backyard, and the neighbor's in my backyard with 2 cops, and I'm like, what is going on here, man? And if they would have literally just, is that a 180, 360, 180? If they just 180, dude, they're seeing all 2 centimeters right there. You know what I'm saying? 3 inches wide, though. 3 inches wide. Let's not get that. You know, the circumference is huge. Circumference is huge. Let's not get that mistaken. Like, that would have been weird. And, like, I know I'm a little risky with it. You know, I think there's something in my mind that I kind of like it. But, like, it's kind of hard to see through the windows, like, from the neighbors and stuff like that. So, like, I just do it anyways. And it's the kitchen specifically, because there's no curtains. We don't have any curtains or anything like that in the kitchen. I don't know if you do, because they would catch on fire, right? Anyways, do you put blinds in a kitchen, though? I think you can have blinds in a kitchen. Yeah, so that was a close call, dude. That was a close call. I just, like, sprinted my jiggly little butt in the other room and got dressed. And then my friend Robert called me, and I was like, dude, the cops are in the backyard. And he's like, why aren't you yelling at them to get off your lawn? And I was like, you can't just do that. I feel like it's bad, man. Why do people like talking shit to cops? I feel like that's a bad idea just all around, you know? Plus, I've never had a bad experience with a... Well, actually, I had this weird experience with a cop once. I don't know why I said weird. That actually sounds kind of gross. But I had this experience with a cop once. Why do I say experience with a cop? That sounds weird. I don't know how to say it, though. When I was 19, I think it was my Honda Civic, or I had an Accord. It's either my 03 Civic or my 04 Accord. I guess you guys really don't care about what car I had back then. But, yeah, when I was like 19, I worked at McDonald's and went to college. And I was so tired. I played a lot of hockey. Back in the day. Like, I mean, like, I'd have like 12-hour days of just like playing hockey and going to the gym and stuff like that. Just straight working out like crazy. But, I was so tired, and I got a flat tire on my way to work, so I called off, and I was so tired, I pulled over in, like, this little market, like, area that's, like, by my house growing up, and, yeah, I pulled over, and I wake up, I recline the seat, I call AAA, because I'm like, dude, I'm not changing this, and I called AAA, I was like, dude, my parents pay for this, I'm gonna have my thing, like, done, you know, I didn't pay for my insurance at the time, so we had AAA, I was like, I'm gonna have a dude come out and change my tire for me, and, yeah, so they came out, but, like, I literally, like, they weren't coming fast enough. God, it just sounds so weird, everything I'm saying, so what I did was I just like laid back, fell asleep, figured I'd hear them if they come, you know? And, uh-oh, there's an update. I figured I'd hear them if they come, but I wake up like 3 or 4 hours later, car's all hot and steamy, because it was the middle of winter. That's why I didn't want to go out and change it. It's the middle of winter, and like that was when it like really snowed here and stuff. We get like 4 feet of snow. Or wait, no, 4 feet, 4 inches. I don't know, dude. I don't know what the thing is. It's all big to me. And it's a police officer, and I see the lights on and stuff. I guess a bunch of people called the police because like it looked like I was hotboxing and stuff. And that's like typical for them. They think it's like, you know, they think I'm doing drugs because that's like a typical thing for them. It's typically somebody doing drugs doing that. And you know, I wake up. I think I rolled down the window, I think, and asked him, like, you know, like, what's going on? And I'm, like, so out of it. I was exhausted. And he's, like, kind of had, like, a bad attitude towards me at first because I think he thought, you know, I was a druggie. And I've never even smoked weed before, right? And, he's like, treat me different and stuff. And I'm like, no, wait. I realized in that moment, like, oh my God, he thinks I'm high. So I tell him, I'm like, I'm not like on drugs or like, and I didn't even drink till I was 21. So I never even drank alcohol yet. And I was like, I've never drank. I've never done drugs my entire life, officer. Like, please, I'm just waiting. I got a flat tire. He did see the flat tire, but that could be a typical, like, you know, under the influence type thing. And so I was like, I'll do any breathalyzer, anything you need me to do. And he's like, will you step out of the car, please, sir? And I was like, okay. So I went to put my shoes on because I realized I kicked off my shoes in my sleep. And he thought I was taking my shoes off. So he's like, this guy is high as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, he thinks there's a serious problem here because he goes, oh, sir, you can leave your shoes on. And I was like, oh, no. And I didn't explain it. I just kind of stopped myself. But I proceeded to put my shoes on because he thought I was taking my shoes off. And I get outside of the car. I just felt so dumb. I get outside of the car and I think I had to walk straight or something like that. And then he asked me to say the alphabet. And like, I'm still tired, right? I messed it up 3 times, man. I messed up the alphabet 3 times. The LMNOP part, I mean, it still gets me. It still gets me. LMNOP, like, dude, it was bad. And yeah, I forget what it was exactly that made him realize, like, okay, this guy's not lying. It could have been because my friend who dated my sister was friends with chief of police. Maybe he called him. I don't know. He's like, listen, this guy is so dumb. Trust me. He's a good kid. Like, something snapped where he realized that he was like, okay. It may have been when he went to the car and had my registry and everything, you know, the police car. And because I just remember it snapping, and he's like super nice to me out of nowhere. Maybe I said the alphabet right. I can't remember exactly. Maybe I counted backwards. I don't know. But it, like, he realized, he's like, okay, this is a good kid eventually. And, yeah, I still waited a little longer for AAA to get there, and everything was good. The problem is that was the same time I had like the worst like 3 months in a row there with cops, because I did the Pittsburgh stop, the cop called it, where I rolled at a yield sign instead of stopping. And then I also had another what was the other one? I hit a guy on a motorcycle, but that was like different. It's not what it sounds like. I also got pulled over on my way to watch Fast and Furious at midnight release. It was all bad. We're just gonna move on to the next thing, guys. Let's load up COD because for some reason there was an update. My mouse is not on this computer. I'm gonna stop talking now.